Hey everyone, today we are covering a topic that every developer and even every regular internet user encounters daily, but very few truly understand. The topic is cookies, not the ones you eat, but browser cookies. By the end of this video, you will have a complete, accurate understanding of what cookies are, why they exist, and exactly how they work under the hood. Let me start with why this matters. Every single website you use today relies on cookies. Your email, your social media, your shopping apps, all of them. Without cookies, you would have to log in on every single page you visit, not just every session, every single page. That alone tells you how fundamental this concept is. And yet, it is one of the most misunderstood topics in web development. People either think cookies are dangerous or they think they are just tracking tools. The reality is much more nuanced, and that is exactly what we are going to clear up today. To understand cookies, you first need to understand the problem they solve. The web runs on a protocol called HTTP, and HTTP is stateless. Stateless means the server has absolutely no memory between requests. Every single request you make looks completely brand new to the server. It does not know who you are, whether you have been here before, or what you were doing a second ago. Think of it like talking to someone who forgets you completely after every single sentence. You would have to reintroduce yourself every time. That is exactly what the web was like before cookies. Without cookies, you log in, you go to the next page, the server has already forgotten you, you would have to log in again and again. On every page, cookies solve this by giving the browser a way to carry your identity across every request. So, what exactly is a cookie? A cookie is simply a small piece of text data that a website stores in your browser. That is it, just text. The server decides what to store, sends it to the browser, and the browser saves it. From that point on, every time you make a request to that website, the browser automatically attaches the cookie. The server reads it and knows who you are. A few important things to remember: cookies are just key value pairs, nothing complex. They are stored on the client side, meaning your browser, not the server. They are sent automatically. You, as a developer or user, do not have to do anything. And they are tiny, maximum 4 KBs. This small size is intentional. Cookies are not meant for storing real data, they are meant for storing just enough information to identify you. Let me walk you through exactly how cookies work step by step. Step 1: you visit a website and enter your username and password. Step 2: the server verifies your credentials, creates a session, and saves that session in its database. Step 3: the server sends a session ID back to your browser as a cookie. Something like set cookie session underscore equals ABC123. Step 4: your browser stores this cookie. Now, every single request you make to that website automatically includes this cookie in the header. Step 5: the server reads the session ID from the cookie, looks it up in the database, finds your user record, responds with your personalized data. The critical thing to understand here, and this is where most people get confused, the cookie itself is not storing your data, it is just a key. The actual data lives in the database on the server. The cookie stores only one thing, a session ID, something like ABC123XYZ, a random meaningless string, nothing else. It is 4 KB maximum, it means nothing on its own. The database on the server stores everything: your user ID, your name, your cart, your order history, your preferences, all of it. The session ID in the cookie is simply the key that the server uses to look up your record in the database. This is why you might have heard people say cookies are not a security risk in themselves, because even if someone sees your cookie, they just see a random string. Sensitive data never leaves the server. Now you might ask, if the server stores all the data, why do we need cookies at all? Because without the cookie, server has no way of knowing which user is making which request. HTTP is stateless, remember? The cookie is the bridge that connects your browser to your record on the server. Let us look at what a cookie actually looks like. When a server sets a cookie, it looks something like this. Session underscore ID equals ABC123, then a series of attributes separated by semicolons. Let me walk through each attribute. Name and value, this is the actual data. Session ID equals 1ABC123. Domain, which website cookie belongs to. The browser will only send this cookie to that specific domain. Expires, when this cookie should be automatically deleted from your browser. If no expiry is set, it becomes a session cookie and gets deleted when you close the browser. Secure, this means the cookie will only be sent over HTTPS, never over plain HTTP. This prevents it from being intercepted on an unsecured connection. HTTP only. This is a very important security flag. It means JavaScript running on the page cannot read this cookie. This protects against a type of attack called XSS, where malicious scripts try to steal your cookies. And finally, same site. This controls whether the cookie is sent when you navigate from a different website. This protects against CSRF attacks, cross-site request forgery attacks. You don't need to memorize all of these today, but knowing they exist and what they do is important. Now, let us look at the four main types of cookies. Session cookies have no expiry date, they are temporary. The moment you close your browser, they are gone. They are used to keep you logged in during a single browsing session. Persistent cookies have an expiry date, they survive even after you close the browser and come back days later. This is what powers the Remember Me feature on login pages. You stay logged in for 30 days because a persistent cookie with a 30-day expiry was set when you checked that box. First-party cookies are set by the website you are actually visiting. They are essential for the site to function. Login, session management, preferences. They are generally safe and necessary. Third-party cookies are sent by a different domain than the one you are currently on. You visit a shopping website, but a cookie from googleads.com gets set in your browser. This is how advertisers track you across multiple websites. These are the controversial ones, and most major browsers are now phasing them out. Let me make this concrete with real-world examples. The most common use case, login session. When you log in to any website, the server creates a session, sets a cookie with the session ID. Every page you visit after that sends the cookie and the server knows it's you. Stay logged in. When you tick the Remember Me checkbox, the server sets a persistent cookie with a longer expiry, maybe 30 days. You can close your browser, come back a week later, and you're still logged in. Preferences. Your language setting, your dark mode preference, your region, these small UI choices are often saved in a cookie so the website remembers them next time. Ad tracking. When you search for something on one website and then see ads for it everywhere else, that is third party cookies working across your websites. And finally, guest cart. If you are not logged in but you add items to a cart, those items are stored temporarily in a cookie. The moment you logged in, the server merges your cookie cart with your account cart in the database. Now, let's understand why every website shows you that cookie banner when you first visit. In 2018, a regulation called GDPR came into effect in Europe. It requires websites to get your explicit consent before setting any non-essential cookies. Essential cookies, things like login authentication, security, guest cart, do not require consent. The website needs these to function. But non-essential cookies like ad tracking, analytics, personalization across third-party sites, these require your permission. That banner you always see is the website asking for that permission. And since the GDPR, many other countries have introduced similar laws. It is also worth knowing that Safari and Firefox already block third party cookies by default, and Chrome has been working on phasing them out too. The era of third party cookie tracking is slowly coming to an end. Let us recap the 5 most important things from today. 1. HTTP is stateless. Cookie solves this by giving the browser a way to carry your identity across every request. 2. The cookie only stores a session ID. The real data, your name, cart orders, preferences always lie in the database on the server. 3. The browser sends the cookie automatically on every request to that domain. You do not have to do anything as a user or developer. 4. There are 4 types: session cookies, temporary, persistent cookies survive browser close, first party cookies are set by the site you are on, third party cookies are set by the advertisers and are being phased out. 5. The HTTP only and secure flags are critical security features. HTTP only stops JavaScript from reading the cookie, and secure ensures that it is sent over HTTPS. If you remember just these 5 points, you now understand cookies better than most developers. That is a wrap for today. I hope this gave you a genuinely clear and accurate understanding of what cookies are and how they work. If anything was unclear or if you have questions, drop them in the comments. If this video was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more such content. See you in the next one.